Hey guys, I'm back with the finale episode of The Umbrella Academy. I'm super excited for this. I can't wait to see how they're going to wrap everything up in this episode or, leave it open-ended for season 2. But I'm really excited. Last episode, we got Vanya's story, and we saw how she was as a little kid, how she kept killing her nannies because she didn't want to eat her oatmeal, and how they kind of came to the realization, or how the monocle came to the realization that she was too dangerous and had her isolated and then had her forget about her powers. We also had Vanya regretting what happened with Allison and saying that she loves her siblings, and eventually killing Leonard after she discovered that he had her father's journal and that he was manipulating her and that he was telling her that her siblings would never understand and that they don't want her to be in the center of attention and all of that. And she eventually killed him in this just beautiful imagery. Like, I sound like a crazy person. I just thought the way that she killed him was pretty, like, visually really interesting. Like, if someone drew that, that'd be interesting. I'm not saying that's a good way to kill someone, or that, you should kill someone. Don't kill people. I just thought it looked cool, if that makes sense. Anyways, we had Allison survive, they gave her a blood transfusion. We had Klaus discover a new power when he was trying to get high again, and Ben punched him, and he actually felt it. And I'm guessing that's how they're bringing his telekinesis into the show, having him sober up and have gained this new power. And we had him kind of understanding, Vanya's being scared of having a new power, because that's kind of what he's feeling right now too. And I liked how that tied in, because Pogo told Luther the truth, and Luther locked Vanya up in this soundproof room, the same one she was in when she was a little kid. And Diego, Klaus, and Allison were against it, and Luther said that she has to stay in there because she's dangerous. And he's basically doing what Peabody told Vanya they would do to her. So he's not helping in any way, and it's just gonna be really bad. But we had, hopefully she realizes that Klaus, Diego, and Allison were trying to, like, tell him to let her go. But yeah, she was put in there, and she eventually used the sound of, I'm guessing, her heartbeat to break out, and that kind of, like, shows you how powerful her power is. And her eyes changed to white, which makes sense because she's the white violin, which I knew since the beginning, and I was really excited. And then we had 5 break up with Dolores, which is pretty sad, actually. It was a sad breakup. Just, I don't know, it's just like him mentally realizing that his whole life mission is kind of over, and he has some growing up to do, because he's been on this path since he was 13. He was alone with Dolores in the apocalypse and wanted to figure out a way to stop the apocalypse and get back to his time. And even though he's an adult, he never really, like, grew up in other senses, in any other way. So he kind of left Dolores and told her to that he has grown up to do, and then told the lady to change her clothes. The lady was just like, what the hell is this kid talking about? And then we had Hazel and Cha-Cha, and right when Agnes was about to fall into a pit of acid or something, I don't know what it was, I think it's acid, the commission lady, who is still alive, arrives, and she stops it. And I don't know what the commission lady's going to do, but what we know from the commission is that they wanted the apocalypse to happen. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Maybe she's going to offer Hazel a deal that if he helps bring about the apocalypse again, then he will let him and Agnes live, or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I'm definitely interested in seeing where this episode is going. And yeah, I'm super excited for this episode. I've been loving the series so far, and I can't wait. Anyways, let's get started, guys. This is my reaction to the season 1 finale of The Umbrella Academy, The White Violin. Who is that?
I didn't realize that you felt up to play.
I will die, but you won't. The world needs you, Reggie.
Who is this? This is his wife. Is he a time traveler or immortal or something?
We need to get to safety outside the academy.
Don't forget Mom.
No!
Oh no. Is this... Oh, she has her teenage and younger self with her. Oh! Oh no! No, no. Oh. Ben! So it's kind of like Klaus is channeling his telekinesis through Ben.
That's quite enough.
Did you know?
Your father. Yes, Miss Vanya. I knew.
No! She's not a Pogo! I knew she killed Pogo, but oh god. I knew from the comics Pogo dies and that Vanya kills him, but I just when he started talking to her, I was like, no, please go. Get out of there, like, no. Oh no. Oh no, Grace. She's saying goodbye to them. She's crying. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't remember that. It looked like she was saying goodbye to them.
Oh, I thought Harold Jenkins was the cause, but he was the fuse. Vanya is the bomb. Vanya causes the apocalypse.
Protect Vanya Hargreaves. Hazel will be allowed to resign from the commission and live out the remainder of your days with Donut Lady here.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna make a deal or something. Yeah, she's lost it. That's where they're regrouping, the bowling alley.
We need to find Vanya fast, okay? She could be anywhere. Or here. We have a responsibility to Dad. To Dad?
To-
We
see-
sacrificed everything to bring us back together.
I'm with Luther on this one. We can't give her a chance to fight back. There are billions of lives at stake. We're past trying to save just one.
You saved my life today.
Really?
Is that true?
Yeah, I did. Take credit for it. In fact, the real hero is Ben.
I'll give you proof.
All right, it's showtime, baby. Catch.
You
Feel a lot better before you got laid, which was a complete. It wasn't. He was ridiculously high, right? And the girl, she thought it was a furry. And stop.
Wouldn't you say be happier playing with kids his own age? Assuming it's okay with your two dads.
I'd rather choke off my own foot.
She sends it in a fortune cookie. Okay. Yeah, I needed a moment to appreciate that family moment at the bowling alley.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it is fun.
I will learn to play. I'm going to be extraordinary.
Put your whole heart into it. And I promise, one day.
So, did the monocle actually care? Because that violin meant a lot to him. He gave it to Vanya.
Yeah, it was a rave. I've never been to a rave before. Pretty amazing, actually. She really wants to talk to you, but she can't. Yeah, I promise. She'll be home soon.
Oh, she can't talk to her daughter and she knows that the world's gonna end. And
This is where you get off.
shut up. So, Hazel killed Cha-Cha?
But you're gonna have to get us on the same page because right now we're all over the place. You're right. We need a plan.
Are they gonna try to kill them? I like their masks. There are more people from the commission. Oh my god, I love this. I love the visual. Like, I just love it. Oh my god.
Just know your siblings are fighting for their lives without you.
You brought me here. Give me away.
It's been nice knowing you five.
Can't let you do that, all right? She's beyond.
They're all wearing bowling shoes.
It started.
And here I thought you were the smart one. How disappointing.
Is she dead?
If you want to change your mind about being with me.
Everyone has a past.
She's so understanding. Did he really kill the commission lady though? Because I mean, she blew up. Is there a briefcase in the thing?
What the hell happened to Cloudy's supposed to be on lookout?
Ask for cilantro. Yeah, come back.
Klaus. Oh no. Oh my god. They can see it. We have to see it. Come on, Diego, kill her. Ben! Someone go help Diego!
Girlfriend Patch. What do you like about her?
She believed in people. She always saw the good inside.
No, just...
to know that you're killing Hazel and Cha-Cha as a way to honor her.
No, Diego, just kill her. Come on, this girl's evil. Please, just kill her. No, Diego, please, just kill her. No, because if you don't kill her, she might...
Honoring a memory.
No.
It's a suicide mission.
One of us could get through. It's the only chance we've got.
I'm sorry. There's no time, Allison.
Oh no, she's killing them. Oh no. Allison, The sound, yeah. Maybe it did have something to do with the moon.
We did it. We saved the world.
The moon. Dude, the moon, she blew a hole in the moon. Yeah.
So much for saving the world. The Umbrella Academy.
This doesn't have to be the end.
Time jump.
You gotta trust me for this.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then you might as well take you with me.
You can do that.
I don't know.
That's what...
Well, the hell, I'm in. Yeah, whatever. I'm in. Me too. How about Ben?
Great, yeah, he's in. Okay, great. Luther, grab Vanya.
Wait, should we be taking her?
We take her with us and fix her.
When are they gonna jump? Oh no. Oh, they're jumping too. Oh, okay, he had a briefcase. Oh, Ben. Holding on close. They're all... Oh my god! They're all little again! Oh my god, they're all little again! Oh, the evidence to clear Diego's name. Oh, he's dead. Oh, they're... Cha-Cha, yeah, you're dead. When did they go? Oh, yes, I love this song. I've literally been listening to it like since it came out on Spotify. I need to listen to Gerard's beautiful voice for a little bit. I loved it. From what I can remember, it's pretty different from the comics, but I'm really excited to go reread the comics now that I'm done with the series. Okay, that was great. I loved it. We started off with the Monocle's pass, and it was like a very long time ago, and I don't really know where he was. It was kind of weird. I don't really know, but apparently like his wife or something, she was dying, and she's the one who was the previous owner of Vanya's Violin, so I found that interesting. I don't know where the monocle was from though. Like he traveled somewhere else, but the place that he was from, he had like this jar of what looked like fireflies, and he opened it and the light changed. I don't really know what was going on there, but it was interesting. The monocle's wife told him to leave and that he was going to, like, you know, survive and stuff and, I don't know, save the world, I guess. We saw Vanya, after she broke out of her prison, walking through the academy and looking at the rooms and remembering when they were all little, and she would blow up the rooms. And 2 and 4, Diego and Klaus were hit, and Ben pulled them out. So I was guessing that maybe Ben or Klaus was channeling his telekinesis through Ben, but I'm guessing what he's doing is Ben is, you know, the spirit that's always with him. So whatever spirit Klaus can conjure, he can use that spirit's power, which is why we saw Ben as the horror, and oh my god, and they could all see him, and I was just like, oh my god, I wanted to cry. I was so happy because I love Ben, I love the horror, and just like for their family, like his family obviously loved him, and then to lose him, and then to be able to see him again through Klaus. I mean, so far only Klaus has been able to see him, and now they all saw him, and it was great, and we got to see him tear bodies in half, his tentacles. It's just great. But yeah, Ben pulls him out, and Vanya keeps destroying things, and Pogo tells her to stop, and he tells her that he knew, and she impales him, and oh, poor Pogo. I always loved Pogo, and I knew Pogo died. So as soon as they stopped to talk, I was just like, no, don't do this. Don't do this, because I loved Pogo. Oh my god. And then Diego and Klaus are out when Grace is at the window, and it looked like she was saying goodbye, and I don't know if I was just like from my tears from like Pogo's death and realizing that Grace is gonna die in this pile of rubble, and I was crying. It looked like she was crying, or like she was like saying goodbye to them, like realizing she was gonna die, like accepting her fate. And Diego was trying to get in there to save her, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, she's gone, but now that they're jumped back to the past, hopefully they can be with their mom again. I don't know. I didn't expect the mom, like, I didn't remember that. But yeah, to me it looks like she was saying goodbye and accepting her fate. And yeah, Vanya destroys the academy, and then we go to the commission lady talking to Cha-Cha and Hazel, telling them, okay, you protect Vanya. Hazel, you and Agnes can go whatever time period of your choosing. Cha-Cha, you get a new partner, all your previous stuff expunged. Okay, their order was to protect Vanya. Hazel didn't buy it. He was like, I doubt they're gonna just forgive us. And then they didn't give us a briefcase, but I think they did give them a briefcase. Hazel hid it in the vent. Anyways, but you know, they went to go get Vanya. Hazel freaking like killed Cha-Cha, or thought he killed Cha-Cha, because she unbuckled her seatbelt and he went to crash into the roadblock thing so that she would go flying out the windshield, which I thought would have killed her. And then he went back to Agnes and shot the commission lady, which makes me wonder, is she really dead though? Because I thought 5 blew her up. but she was still there. So Hazel went back to Agnes, which I'm glad about, and she forgave him. She was so understanding, and she's like, everyone has a past. I'm like, literally, that was like 2 seconds ago. But yeah, and then we had the Academy guys meet up at a bowling alley. Klaus was trying to show them this new power. He was like, I didn't save you. Ben saved you, okay? He's like, let's show them. He like throws a bowling ball at him and just like passes right through him. And it was like, oh, well, Klaus is being Klaus again. Which he wasn't. It angered me because Klaus was really, really trying to show what's going on. And they're like, oh, it's just Klaus trying to be the center of attention again. I'm like, oh, he has a new power. And Klaus is like, I liked you better before you got laid. And Luther's face and Allison, I was just like, oh my god. Like, I love that they put that. I love how they put like the comedy and like the music and all that into these tense situations. I love it. It's great. 3 year with Allison was that she couldn't talk and she wanted to say goodbye to her daughter, which was really sad. And she got Luther to talk to her daughter for her and, you know, tell her that she loved her and she misses her and that all this beautiful stuff that she wanted to tell her daughter, but which like broke my heart because, you know, she's knowing that her daughter and everyone's gonna die soon. And just killed me. When the flashback of the monocle and Vanya, when all the other kids were gone and Vanya was by herself and she asked if she could take the violin and she said someday I'll be extraordinary, and the monocle kind of smiled, and I feel like in his own twisted way he cared for them because he gave her his wife or his love's violin. So the guys from the commission went to attack Luther and all of them, and they were in the bowling alley, and it was just kind of fun how the guy like fell back and the music played and the lights dimmed and everything. Oh, but before that, when that woman thought that 5 was Klaus Diego's son. Oh my god, I love that. Diego, even if I was, I wouldn't be with you. And I love when they put that type of stuff in like high tense situations. And then we get the awesome scene in the Increus theater. We have Allison trying to talk to Vanya, and she kind of realizes she's looking at Vanya. Vanya's playing, and Allison realizes like the beauty in what Vanya's doing. You know, she can do this amazing thing, and they have like a sister moment. But Luther and Diego are like, "Oh, we're gonna go around and surprise attack her," which was not what Allison was trying to like have happen. So she was trying to tell Vanya through her eyes, like, this wasn't my plan. Like, I didn't know they were going to do that because, you know, Vanya and Allison kind of have this trust thing going, but it was just a lot. And they were all fighting, and then Klaus is out there getting a taco or something, and he sees Cha-Cha coming. Klaus goes and warns that Cha-Cha is here, and then Diego goes and fights Cha-Cha, you know, for like revenge against against her killing Patch. And he's like fighting Cha-Cha, and he's there and he's about to kill her, and then he remembers what 5 told him about like when he asked him why did he love Patch, and he chooses to spare her, which I don't know if that was a good thing or not. Hopefully that, I don't know, I guess she was gonna die anyways, but I would have killed her. I mean, he spared one, right? He honored her wish in one, and then he can honor his own wish by killing Cha-Cha in the other. Just me personally. And then you know, Klaus starts like shining, and we get to see Ben, and everyone gets to see Ben, and I was just like, oh my god, I wanted to cry. I was so happy. We get to see Ben, and we get to see, you know, his tentacles and how he just like snaps the people in half, and it was great, and just love seeing everyone getting, you know, the reaction to seeing Ben again, and I was just like, oh. And now they're like, you know, Ben has always been with them. You know, he's their brother, and they love him, and he loves them, and I'm just like, oh my god. And now that Klaus is sober, he has unlocked this new power within him, and it was great. Yeah, and they decide that they're all gonna jump Vanya and try to stop her and break the violin and all that, which they try, and she kind of grabs them. I don't know if she was like sucking their life force of them or something, but they were like, I don't know, dying. You could tell that she was killing them. And we had Allison behind her with a gun, and she couldn't shoot. And I was just like, I don't know what would happen in that situation, because I'd be like, could I shoot her? And my sister just called, and now I'm thinking like, could I shoot my little sister? I don't think I could. You know, even if she was this huge evil, you know, and plus also like rationally thinking, before you can shoot, she might be able, like, I think she knew she was behind her. She might be able to get her. But she shoots right next to her because sound is Vanya's power. So that big blast right by her ear is going to break her concentration and it's going to stop, which is what happened. Unfortunately, the violin, or her concentrated power did hit the moon, which ended up exploding and killing everyone on Earth. But 5 decides he's going to try to jump them all back into the past, or I don't know when, and I'm really excited because obviously we see that they all go, but when he's doing that, we see them, it goes like the shots around the circle and they're all there, they're all holding hands, and Ben's holding on to Klaus, and then it goes around again and they're all little again, and they're all in their teens, and I'm just like I'm so excited, and it makes me wonder, next season, are we going to see the adult actors, or are they going to do like, they're all stuck like 5 is, like in their teen bodies? But I don't think so, because, you know, 5 was trying to return from the time that he jumped. When he jumped, he was originally 13, and they're all adults. I think it was just more like a visual thing. And also in the comics, I don't think they're ever all stuck in their younger bodies. It's just 5 who's like permanently stuck in his 13-year-old body. But yeah, the time jump was just great, and then we see, you know, everyone in the world dying. We get to see Cha-Cha and Agnes. He had a briefcase, so it was like a beautiful shot too, like the end was coming, and then just like they just go to their time period of choice. Don't know when, but they went to their time period of choice, which I was really glad for them. Happy they're together. We got to see Cha-Cha try to make a call to the commission. Didn't get there in time because she went up in flames with everyone else. We got the cop guy that Allison talked to. He went up in flames. We had Patch's cop friend and Diego's friend, the one that let him go. I'm guessing he was opening the package that proved Diego's innocence, that had the guns in it. And he died. It was really sad. Everyone died. But they're going to go back and they're going to stop it. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. I will be giving this episode a 9. Rating this episode, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, because it was a great finale. It left it left it open for next season, but it explained a lot of, you know, the monocle, and we got to see Vanya's change and her becoming the white violin, and then all the emotions and stuff. It was just a great episode, and with the fights and the visuals and everything and the music on this series, I just absolutely love. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I really loved this series. Super excited. Hopefully it gets another season. I can't wait to go back and reread Apocalypse Suite and Dallas, and then Hotel Oblivion comes out in August, so I'm excited to read that too. My favorite characters overall, I think it would be Klaus, Diego, almost like interchangeably. And when I say Klaus, I mean Klaus plus Ben. So, because I love that dynamic, Klaus and Ben, I kind of count them, even though they're 2 separate people, I kind of count them as together because it's almost like Klaus and then Klaus' inner monologue through Ben. So Klaus and Ben, basically Diego. 5, Pogo, Hazel, Grace, Allison, Luther, Vanya. Yeah, I think those are all my favorite characters. And God, Pogo stuff, just knew it was coming, but still. Yeah, so those are my favorite characters for the first season of The Umbrella Academy, including dead characters. But yeah, I'm super excited for the next season. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I will see you guys hopefully with the next season of The Umbrella Academy. Bye, guys.